You better come on in the room. We want to talk to you, and we want you to talk back. And in order to do that, you got to come in the room.
Look at Wanda going on, girl. I promise you, you got to come in the room. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mz.Vee and Bubblin Brown Sugar. And we back with our special guest, No Friend Zone, hosted by nobody other than Marcus Brown. He's here because I told him I'm kind of a believer that when something is right, you ought to just do it twice.
That's right. That's
And he
right.
was here last week, and we just enjoy. We enjoy having the men company. I know it takes at least two good men to satisfy one good woman. So I know
You had to
we
do that
wanted you to
twice.
come on in the room so that we can talk to you because you ain't mine and you ain't scared. You don't mind speaking your mind. But we got some doozies for you today.
I'm ready for him.
I know it.
I'm ready.
And I'm ready to give them to you because I don't want, one, she be kind of like, don't want to say nothing, be trying to be nice and pretty. But she better come on with you today. She better not leave you
I
no
can't help
slack.
if I'm pretty.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, just cause he handsome, don't.
No, I forgot. I'm nice too.
Yeah, you nice and pretty. But now we want to double team him. You know what I'm telling you? So tonight we're gonna get it in together and we already ready. I got all the good stuff and we're gonna start off real good. Is there anything you guys want to say before we get started? Before we start uh talking? Is there anything you want to get out in the opening? Anything you want to say?
Oh, you got the flow, Miss V.
We got a lot of stuff going on. We always want to acknowledge the fact that this is Black History Month, and also we told you to send us a love story, and somebody did send me one. But what I decided, mine is not so much a love story, but it's my love and what I wish for our young peoples. So I wanted to do that, but before I do that, I wanted us to give a little short paragraph of a day in history by Marcus Brown.
Okay, let's see. All right, so this is from Clara B. Williams. Her college professors did not allow her inside the classroom because, of course, she was Black. But that did not stop her. She took notes from the hallway, not sitting down, but standing up. She eventually graduated at the age of 51 and lived to be 108 years old to see her three sons become doctors. Her life stands as a testament to resilience, lifelong learning, and the quiet power of refusing to be turned away even when the doors are closed.
Beautiful.
That
So
is
that's Miss
beautiful.
Clara B. Williams.
Yeah, we wanted to give you something, give you something to challenge our thinking because that's what our podcast is about.
Yes.
It's about challenging. Everybody has a mind and hopefully have a heart, and we want to challenge it to your thinking. My love story is only going to be brief. It's like a paper just because I have to enlarge it so I can see. But it's my love story for our young peoples, and it's greetings to the generations of today. As I put this pen to paper, I think of how far we've come with the technology of today. However, I can't help but to think of how much we've lost. In the days of old, it may have appeared boring and maybe even slow, but it was a time of safety and compassion. Now, love is a thing of the past. The generation before you paid a price to create a path and a foundation for the next generation to follow, with the hope that they would not have to go through the pain and the struggle that they had endured. They wanted for you what they couldn't have for themselves, and that's education, jobs, a peaceful atmosphere, and a decent place to raise their families. Today, the jails are full to the maximum capacity, some even for crimes they didn't commit. Hospitals on every corner with sickness and death, and they have no cure. Nursing home was unheard of back in the day because we cared for our own. There is no love, not even in the home. The old way may not have been built for the latest fashion, designer jeans and purses, high class jewelry, technology like Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat. But this is the time for selfish, a time where all you need to do is swipe right and left, and many followers and friends, which most you don't even know. We don't need a DIY philosophy to know your way is not working. The past has been laid already. All you need to do is follow it because I think that you was worth it and Christ thought it. That's why he died for you. That is my love story to the generations of today.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Clock it.
You know, I even said that today. I said all this stuff that these people said now, I don't even know. I just found out what clock it mean. I said, what does that clock it? And I'm like, what she mean when she said clock it? I said, I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
She did good. She closed it. Yeah.
See what I said? You
One of
do
the
this
kids
stuff.
told me.
I was finna say you ain't that young. You who
Excuse me,
told
baby.
you?
Don't put my business on air.
I know that's right.
But isn't that something how she can take something from the new and incorporate it with the old and make something
Great.
relevant?
Yeah.
So all the new ain't bad.
And I ain't trying to make it bad.
Oh, that was a shot.
You know, ain't
No,
it?
you understand?
What he trying to clock it? What he trying to clock?
I'm just saying.
No, and honestly, to your point, we not going off the straight, but I agree. But that's why I say don't lose what the foundation that they built. You know, build on it, but don't lose it. Don't change it. Don't try to think that everything they did, it was old timey, old fogey. They didn't know what they were doing. Yes, they did something right. So don't lose what they did right.
Add to it.
Add to it. So take it and make it. You know, it's just like that poem that I always say. You know what? When she had when they baked the ham, and they all kept on cutting the end off the ham, and they went to the old woman and said, "Why are they cutting the end off the ham?" She said, "I don't know why they cut it off, but my pan was too little." So at some point, you should have got a bigger pan. I only had a small pan to work with. So now the pan should have grew and you should have more to work with. So now you're supposed to go farther because you're standing on my shoulders, you're standing on my back. I done carried you this far. Now why I'm carrying you? And they say, well, you don't act like you love me. I heard somebody say, well, I don't be worrying about these people. The mamas, they don't love you. You didn't say it. You ain't told them you love them. Be like Fred Sanford. What to make you think you've been living in this house all these many years? I done told you 100 times. Would you staying here? So I mean, some stuff it ought not be. It said what need to explain don't need to be spoken. I don't. Some stuff you ain't need to say.
Yeah.
If the work has been doing, if they've been putting in the work, then you ought to know. This is bringing me to my first, my icebreaker to get you guys started. Because I really didn't mean to go all the way. You know how Mark gonna take me off.
No,
that
I
was
like
good.
it
That
though.
was good.
Because I am a
liked it.
firm
Yeah.
believer that I feel that there is a room full of a young generation that is willing and would want to build upon that old foundation. But unfortunately, there's a lot of foundation people that's saying this was how I did and the way you're doing is wrong, and I don't even want to explain why it's wrong. So you pushing me out that I'm not even able to build upon because you won't show me the recipe.
Right.
You got so many kids in the kitchen want to cook grandma recipe, but they say, what did you do so you can't get it? And it's the same way it is about the walk of life and everything else. You so busy criticizing the way I'm walking. All right, well, tell me how you walk. Show me how to walk then. Show me how one supposed to cross her ankles at the knee. I never had a woman to show me those type of things. So instead of saying, "Oh, see, that's the new age girl," show me how to do it the old way.
Yeah, but then when you get ready to show them, they don't want to hear you. And then I ain't say all of them because I'm never ever gonna say that he got them all. No, no, no. It's always gonna be a remedy. But it's so many. Is you looked at it said the one that get the grease. It's so many of them that you won't see that faithful few.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. It's like you looking at all the kids.
Is the one to get the oil.
Yeah. But yeah, all you see is the one downtown dancing on cars.
Yep.
But it's so many more saying, no,
I'm not doing
not doing that. No, my mama gonna see me. I'm not finna do. You know what I'm saying?
The C student, the one that you're not bad. Your grade's not bad enough that we put you in a special classroom to help you, but you ain't good enough that you're going to get the scholarship. You just the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know you. They definitely don't
But
have them
there
all.
got to be a way that when we see stuff like that, that we blend, and we can't use our old approach to grab them in because that's not working. It's clearly not working. So we have to find new current ways to reach the current kids and then teach them the old ways.
Well, I was told just recently, and it may be into Marcus thing, that we asked them, and we and I don't know, maybe that would be a little of my issues. You know what I'm saying? Because you ask kids what they want to eat. We didn't come up like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, ask them what to eat. No, this is the table is spread. Eat.
Yeah, but and nowadays you can say, "I'm asking you what you eat," but this is not normal. I'm being polite. You can do the new thing and add an old adjective to it, and so they'll get used to saying because whatever it is that I put on the table, it's usually what happens. But this is what's happening now, and I'm gonna try it your way to see if it works for me. If it doesn't, we're going back to what we
You have to
used
do it
to.
with a twist. I'll never forget. And then we can move on. I'll never forget. I was probably about 8 or 9. And every night, my dad would make me and my sister line up, and he'd give us a teaspoon of cod liver oil.
Uh-huh.
It was so nasty.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "You know what? I remember how nasty it was when mama gave it to me." You know what he did? Put some sugar in a spoon. It didn't change the foundation of the cod liver oil,
Yeah.
but he changed I'm gonna add something to it that I can now give it to my son, the new generation. And I think
Mhm.
that's all that has to be done now. You can still keep the foundation of the cod liver
We
oil.
got to put some
Put some
sugar in.
sugar in it.
Put some sugar,
Put
sweeten
some
it up
sugar in it,
some.
sweeten it up some, change it around a little bit, change the approach.
Yeah, because that changing it and then taking it away is really what then just messed things up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my kid, my mama did it to me. I'm not doing it to mine.
You
Okay.
better
You
do it.
overcorrect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just seen one girl today tell her mama, I turned 18 and I'm ready to challenge you.
Oh.
She thought she was grown because we two grown women now. She challenged her mama. I hope she get out the hospital soon.
Uh, I'm with the mama. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
that's right.
I'm always gonna when they say who you think are right, the mama. I ain't gonna even. I'm not gonna go no further.
That's it.
How do you feel about the AI with all this stuff that's going on with the AI
Oh,
situation?
that's terrifying to me. Because you don't know what's real anymore. You don't know if it's a real person that you're talking to. And most time on the phone, you get a phone calls. You don't know. You're doing all this conversation, and it's not even a real person. Well, even when you're watching
Yeah.
stuff, when you're watching movies, they got AI movies. So that's kind of scary because you can befriend somebody even on Facebook, and it's not even real. So that's scary a little bit to
It
me.
is really scary, and the reason, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but I was talking to my granddaughter, and she was like, "Mama, but this is technology, and this is the growth, and this is we can take these things, and some of them are good, even though it's twisted."
Right.
And I said, "Well," and she said that because um, they sent me a picture, and she said, "Granny, who is this in your house?" It was my house.
Oh.
But it was a homeless man sitting on my couch. And mind you, I'm at work. And
Oh
now
my God.
I'm going, absolutely. How did the man get in there? Did I leave the door open? Did he come in while I was in there? Was he in there overnight? So now I'm working all these things thinking I lost my mind. And then I'm sitting up there telling her, why is you on the phone with me? Why ain't you called the police? Well, I done called my mama. How you calling your mama and your mama ain't there? You got to call the police. And I said, never mind, I'm going to call myself. So now I'm going all the way off. Then she said, it's a prank. Now,
Oh Lord, you gonna be tearing that man on your couch every day.
now I want, supposing I had left work, supposing I had came home, supposing I would, now this, supposing I'm sitting up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't think this thing was funny.
Oh my God. That would scare me.
AI. this is some crazy stuff. And I swear, I thought it was in the man on my couch. And then she gonna say, well, if you had a look, your couch ain't by the door. Yeah, but who gonna be looking at all that stuff? It is what, and they don't even realize that's heart attack stuff. That I could have called the police. I could have left work. Some stuff you need to know. AI ain't the answer. Some stuff is not to be played with. And you need to know when and when not to. I'm not one of those people. You see all these old people that being pranked on these. I ain't one of them.
I feel now in that case that was funny. But AI,
that ain't funny.
No, it was. But with like anything as it relates to technology
that
or whatever,
was not funny.
AI is not the problem. It's how the person use it. Because AI can be extremely beneficial. Imagine how many ailments can be cured because of AI. How many doctors can quickly get from one patient to another because they were able to use AI. You can use it in a productive way, but you can also use it in a negative way as well. So it's with anything. Guns don't kill people. The fool behind the trigger is the one who kills people. So it's anything could be positive, but it can also be negative depending on the person who uses it. Because I use AI all the time.
Yeah, I know they dressing people's up. This ain't even none of them.
But one thing that bothers me with AI is I think Elon Musk is over the AI, and he already done took over Social Security. Got his little people working in the Social Security office and over your Social Security. I feel like that once you get involved with like take your pictures and put so much out there, they take your whole identity and create somebody new with that. And so that's why it's so scary, because I could be looking at myself and how did I get there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you got me with this man. I don't even
and they got my Social Security number.
I ain't even over there. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy stuff. But I was thinking about that, and then because I'm looking at YouTube, and I promise you, I'm almost scared to believe everything on there is the truth. I used to say, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Now I don't believe none of what I see and know.
The other day they got the funerals, they got everything.
Yeah, I don't have to believe nothing no more. I'm like, I'm getting to the point. You got to come up and touch me. I don't believe nothing. But I was looking at this and say, if you was with somebody, Wanda and Mark, and they tell you this, you just going out with them. This is your first time. And so we need to say, let's just express one of our baggage so that we'll know, how to feel each other. And the man or the woman said, you know what? My feet smell like rotten eggs.
You start with that one.
And what will be your comeback to that?
Well, you let her find that out later on, depending on how that dinner went. She gonna have to figure that out on her own, depending on how good this dinner go. Just being honest.
Yeah,
she can figure that out. But I'm on my way out the door at that point.
I'll be like, is it every day? You bait? Because now I'm questioning how well you take care of yourself. If it's every day, you must be working really hard. But get some apple cider vinegar or something.
How we get that conversation? That is after I left. You call me and say, "Was that your feet smelling like that?"
I asked somebody this question, and obviously it's an older lady, and she said, I said, if they told you that, how would you respond? She said, oh, I got a few problems myself, so I ain't going.
The feet is not the worst, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I got a few problems. I'm like, and she said, I just put a little powder in and some clean socks. I'm like,
how to get it together?
You know what? She kind of like threw me off because I really didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that coming. And she said, I have to work with it because that ain't gonna be no turn off. And I'm saying to myself, I need to go back and rethink.
Yeah, you can work with bad feet. You can take them to the podiatrist after that, but promise me you don't take your shoes off in no time soon. Let me get to know you first.
See what I mean?
Well, how you figure?
See what I mean? We working too long now. You tell me don't take my shoes off, so you should never start off by saying it. See, you should never start off.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you got some feet and they smell like rotten eggs, it's like you ain't gonna just uh conceal that.
Most of the people do got feet feeling like rotten eggs. You don't know it till you get ready.
Then it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. You better shine. You getting in that shower.
Now we coming up with solutions together.
No, I already just simply said is I don't know. Maybe I ain't there yet,
See,
but I don't know. That'll be a turn off.
it might not be that rotten to you, and they just saying they
Yeah, they
feet smell
just
like rotten eggs.
well, they wanted to get it all out and open it.
But it might not be that bad when you smell it.
No, if you saying it yourself, if you saying it and you the closest door, no,
It might not be that bad.
no. But I was really shocked. She said, "No, we'll work with it."
I'm
She
just
said,
trying
"I
to
got it."
picture this dinner. We just sitting
Okay,
down.
yeah.
And hey,
On
I'm
the
liking
first
you.
date.
I'm liking you. So tell me some more about yourself. Well, my feet smell like rotten eggs. That would not be the first thing I would think of.
But I was like, when she said, "Well, I work with him," what? I don't think I can work. I don't think it can work.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
I,
He's sitting at the table with you. You like him. He like you. You know that he got a nice job. Everything you think he is, and he tell you, but my feet do smell like rotten eggs. What would you say? He ain't heard your show. All the things which you say you want. I want a man to change the light. I want a man to do this, a man to do that.
Get
And
the
he
smell
said,
off the car.
I've heard your requirements and I accept.
I accept your baggage.
But my feet
Smell
smell
like
like
rotten
eggs.
eggs.
What would you say then?
I was like, I cannot accept your baggage.
Yeah, right.
You better get that smell off your car.
Yeah, right. She'd be at CVS and like get
Yeah.
Johnson and Johnson and
You-
everything.
Okay,
You
get some
know,
apple cider vinegar and
I
baking
know. I
soda and
promise
soap.
you. If I didn't have so much on the table to talk about, I promise we could do that because it's some stuff that you will because would you only just accept the baggage if you got the same baggage? Because you got to realize ain't nobody gonna be perfect. Ain't nobody gonna be all that
Yeah,
you
we
want them to
both
be.
can't have smelly feet now. Then
No.
one of us gotta have some kind of cute,
I
smelling, good smelling
wonder
toe.
if we do agree on some things. That I'm with you. You know, that was a really, really homeless man, and he was really homeless. He was coming up to me trying to rap to me, and he looked like he might have been a good little rapper, at some point in his life. And all I said was, I really give you a lot of credit. I really do. To think that I would want, you, I'm giving you credit.
He saw that you were a fine lady, and he
I-
believed you had a home to put
And
him in.
what? And you have to admire him.
You
Yeah.
never know. That could have been your blessing.
It could have
Yeah.
been, but I couldn't accept it back. I couldn't accept it. Now, this brings me because I'm big, big, big on family. So and I don't know these people's real good, but because I was naming a gorilla. And then I know, but then Jada told me it's Glorilla. I said, who would name themselves Glorilla? And she said, well, her name is Gloria, and because she's strong and mean and stuff like that, and a gorilla is all of those. She said, Glorilla.
Okay.
And I said, we come up with everything, don't we?
We do it.
So now me and her was talking about this thing going on with her and her sister. And I said, and then, so you think it's right that she brings her mama into it?
Bringing into what?
She brought her mother and had her mother to talk, about mom. She trying to trying to tell people it's not like she says. It's not like my sister say. So she's bringing her mother as as evident to sell that it's not like that. Do you think, my thing is, do you think that was the right thing to do, to bring? And apparently Jada said the father too, because she said the father told him, if your name ain't Wood, you ain't got no business in this. So I don't know, but I was saying, because I'm such a huge I'm a big fan of family. And so when I was hearing it, I was like, yeah, we're going to just hit it, but we don't talk about it that much.
No, I was going to say that if she's lying and she's using her mother and father's name in the lie, then it's okay for her to bring them in.
Supposing she's telling the truth.
Suppose she not. But even if she telling the truth, the
Exactly.
parents, even if she telling the truth, I believe even if the parents come in, they gonna side with, tell the truth for either daughter, or either tell them squash it. They can be a means to saying, listen, this is family, let's stop it, and this, and stuff like that. They don't even have to. If she's telling the truth and Glorilla is lying, then they, instead of making Glorilla look bad, they should tell her sister, listen, don't be on the air talking about your sister like this. This is not right. So they can kind of like woo her in and change her thoughts. That's what I believe. But I don't think it's wrong if she put the parents' name in it.
Mm.
So I think the biggest issue is how the question itself, and even how we explain it. Now here's this right here. What's the sister name?
I don't know.
See? And that's why I say the whole issue behind that is you automatically feel as if you got to be put on the forefront, because that's how society has made it, that you now have to prove what they said to be wrong. Because guess what? Because she's Glorilla, I'm the one that's out in the forefront. I'm the one that's out here. I got to keep my status. I got to keep my social media. I don't want my platform. I don't want people canceling me. So I got to show that I'm doing my mom a certain way. But the person that put all that out, no one mentions her name.
Don't know her.
And so I think that's the biggest issue within itself, the reason why she had to bring her mom and say,
my platform.
My platform. So I just hate that that's how, and that's where we at now. That everybody, you are assumed guilty until proven innocent. And it's not the other way around, the way it should be.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can be guilty by public opinion. No matter what you do or say, you can be completely innocent. Once it gets out there, it's done with. Because now everybody can make an opinion about it, whether right or wrong.
And that's the crazy thing, because you out here trying to please people, and you ask yourself why. Because the more you talk about it, the more you stir in it. Because now she done got important. Now she done got a name. Now she's got a platform. The sister. You know what I'm saying? And hypothetically, that might have been her MO in the first place.
But everything I see about it, even though I don't know it, it's negativity. I haven't seen, in my opinion, stuff positive about her. Because it came off like jealousy, and I mean, I don't even know the whole story, but I've been seeing the memes and stuff that they've been doing about her.
But then when we flip the script, do you think, hypothetically, say that Glorilla is not giving them no money?
Oh well, that's her.
Why would that be a big thing?
Yeah. Oh well.
That's my point.
You out there rapping every night. You out there putting them lyrics out every night. No,
my thing is, why would this be such an issue if I decided to do with what, and half of the time people spend your money, don't even know what money you got, and now all of a sudden I'm
keep going. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that most of the time, and you look at this situation, if I make money, who tells me what I can and cannot do with my money?
Right.
You done?
No, I ain't done.
I'm just saying, because I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between her and that famous baseball or basketball or football player that divorced his wife. And you say she's entitled to all his money. What's the difference?
No, I ain't gonna never.
I was waiting. That's what I said. She walked down the track. I told you to go walk in the dinner. What's the
difference? There's a lot.
She ain't shot one ball. She ain't caught one football.
But see, what happened is when what they are doing now is they making this as one. Now.
How are you making it?
Well, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If you married to somebody, and I ain't even saying that's right, but that's the way it's set up. If you is married to somebody and whatever is my ass too. It's my ass too.
Although you came to the party with a bag with nothing in it, you want to leave with gifts and trinkets.
Yeah. So I ain't saying a lot of that stuff is fair. I'm not. But I'm saying this: if this is what the law say, then you just give it to me. That's what I'm saying. But now here you is a sister. I don't owe you nothing. Now I can even now if with the mother, even if whatever the case may be, out of just good conscience and good heart, I can see her want to take care of her
Right.
mama.
Yeah,
That
depending on how she was raised
you
and
know
grew
what?
up.
That and we can go a long way with that because somebody else just told me that today.
Yes,
Yeah, but
yes.
all these mamas ain't good mamas.
No,
All these mamas, and I'm like,
they
and
not.
we ought to touch that base for a little bit.
Well, I feel like you teach me how to treat you. And if you didn't raise me to do things, if you always like took the child support money and spent it on you and went out to the club, if you always told me knowing you look good and barely paying the rent and got Tom, Sally, and Sue in the house with us and we barely eat, what makes you
We
think that
just
I
had that.
owe you all my check? Because I struggle to get from under your lineage because I never had nothing.
Somebody just, I mean, we just had this discussion because it was a discussion based off something you said many months ago when you talked about the getting the title without
This,
just because you did, just
Mhm.
because you deserve, you deserve that just
Right.
because. And I was talking to him and I told her, because she said the same thing. She said, yeah, but we ain't even had nothing to eat. You was out the street,
Yeah.
you was doing what you want to do. And apparently the child said she was raising her brothers and sisters, and men's was taking advantage
mhm,
of her in the process. So yeah, don't call me about my mama. Don't tell me that because now the nursing home wants to
mhm,
talk about them. And they said, no, we don't want nothing to do with her. And I said, and they asked me, was I right or wrong? Was that right or wrong? I said, to me, and I didn't live that story, I think it's wrong. And they said, why? I said, because at the end of the day, what they have done, she got to live with. And you have to live with yours. So you have to make sure you can be accountable for yourself. And I say that every day. I just want to be right. Not my friends, not my mama, not my daddy. I want to be right because that is what I'm got to look at. That's what is facing me. That is how you gonna have. And I'm gonna tell you, that's how you find some peace in the midst of all of this. Is when you know that you did right, not them, yourself. So no, I think that with this with Gorilla, no, it ain't Gorilla,
Glorilla.
Glorilla. I think with her living with herself, if she did right by her mother, whatever her sister said. And I'm gonna tell you, when people love you, they love you. You got some people. They it's like one of that the senator said. He said people's got short memories. And once it was this story, and it was the big story. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. They had millions of followers, and then after a month, it was a new story.
Yeah, they do change.
And
They
they
change quick.
switch up on you. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, you got to stay and maintain you. Be you. Stay true to you. I don't know. They said 10 toes down, whatever they
Yeah,
say.
yeah, you was so hip.
Come on, girl.
You all in
Come on.
there.
Clock that. Come on, baby.
I love it. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com with Mz.Vee and Bubblin Brown Sugar and our special guest, no friend zone, Mr. Mar. Hey, come on in the room, y'all. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, because you know what? I promise you, we done stayed too long. I mean, how am I gonna get through everything I want to talk about? And I got all this stuff. First, second, I wanted to know from you guys telling me when it comes to like the cell phone, do should your mate have access to your cell phone? You know, with your codes and all that stuff, passwords and all
You
that
talking about your
stuff.
husband or your wife?
Well, we can say husband and wife.
Not your mate.
Okay, not the mate.
But your husband or your wife should,
Should
just in
have.
case emergencies happen or stuff like that. Anything can happen, and they need to contact somebody that's in your contact because every contact in my contact not in your contact. So I don't see nothing wrong with it because we shouldn't have that much to hide. I don't see that anything wrong with it.
Mm, I say, I feel everybody should have some sense of privacy, and no matter how close you are with somebody, there should be some sense of that's yours. So I don't think, I don't see, not for the hiding aspect of it, but there should be some type of privacy that, yeah, we together, we trust each other, because there goes again with trust.
Right.
We trust each other to a point where I don't need to know who calling you. I don't need to be in your phone. I don't need any of that. So I
But
don't think they should have. Actually, they didn't change the law about that in Texas. I think, yeah, Texas, it's a class B misdemeanor now. If you go through your mate phone You can go to jail.
But it's different of going through the phone and having access to the phone. So it's
What's
lot.
the-
So
Because
so
curiosity kills the cat.
Cause when
I-
you
I-
got access to
There
it,
it is.
well, I got access to my husband's phone and I do all kind of business because he forget this thing or that thing,
but that's
and then
good.
he
But
That's
I'm-
awesome. I'm
and
saying, I
that-
remember.
But,
I don't forget. I
I'm-
remember.
I'm,
and I
I'm
don't
with
have
Mark.
the. But I don't have the desire
that's
to
why I
go
got-
through his phone because you go looking for
Right,
something,
you'll find
you'll find something. And just like mine, he can go use my password and go there. You go look for something, you ain't gonna find nothing but probably me talking about you or something. But other than that, I ain't got nothing,
Well,
ain't
a
nothing to
lot of
say.
a lot of these questions don't apply to me because I don't have anybody. But the problem is, I just think that if it's my phone and it's in
Oh
my
yeah,
name, it's
phone.
mine.
You deserve your privacy.
Yeah,
That's what
don't-
I'm saying. I'm not gonna just go get your phone and start. Let me see who. No, that's just
I was
not
And
trustworthy.
when I was talking to the young lady, she said, "Yeah, but supposing a name come up and you don't know that name,
That ain't your business.
you ain't got no business worrying about
Well,
what."
step
All his
further,
friends
even
not
with
my
the whole
friends.
tracking thing. People track your phone. I don't do the track. I don't need to know where you at. If you told me where you going, I just want to know you made it safe. I don't need to track you to see if you leaving, if you're on your way. You said you was going here, but I never understood that.
It's a lot of that
A lot of
going
that's
on.
for safety reasons. I want you to track me just to make sure I make it back a little bit safe.
But what was we doing before the AI and everything else? What were we doing before
I was
they made?
calling it all day. Well, really, my kids and stuff, because all of us before all that, we was all in one domain. Now everybody's scattered everywhere.
No,
They call
I-
and tell me you made it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is a part of what Mark said. We have getting to the point that we allow this stuff to take control of us because I think we would be much closer. I think we would be more in tune if we didn't have all this stuff.
That's true.
Do you know how awkward dates are now? Because everything in which you would have couldn't wait to see that person to talk about, to sit across from dinner, almost to the point that your food get cold because you're talking.
Because
There's no longer there no more. Because one, everybody posts everything they do on Facebook. So I know you like mountain climbing. I know you like doing this. I know you like doing that. We
Oh, I
texting
hate
all
that.
day. By the time we see each other, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
What are we talking about?
that's true.
Yeah.
So do you think that if you start dating somebody, you think you should delete the photos of the person that you
You ain't
used to be,
married to that person.
so you can keep the photos?
What, you made a commitment to somebody else?
Oh, you can only delete them if you committed to another person.
Yeah, you'll never know when you got to backtrack. Ain't no rings on your finger.
What? So
What?
what do you? So you got
One don't burn no bridges. You might have to go back. One ain't burning
I
no bridges.
just ease on out. Ease on down the road.
Ain't
That's
burning
it.
No bridges.
I'm like, if you now somebody
And I'm not talking about backtrack to stay, backtrack to backtrack.
Mhm. That's what I said. One ain't burning no bridges.
no, 'cause I'm saying to myself, why would I delete them off of my phone? They say, you know what? When you go back and you start reminiscing, you may.
No, I ain't gonna reminisce after I say I do.
But playing devil's advocate, why would you keep them?
Because there was some good times at that moment.
No, my thing is, if you got, to me, all that deleting and stuff and you duplicates and stuff, that's too much time consuming to me.
And
I don't
sometimes
spend
you
a lot
can
of
forget.
time sitting there trying to, I'm finna delete him. You deleted him. I don't delete you there.
No, but you don't want it to resurface like a whole nother year later or 2 years later. They resurface and say,
Let it reverse. Let it resurface. I don't care. Surf right back on up all you want. I don't care. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff is, even if you don't have it here and you ain't got it from here. Oh, I can put a phone. I can put a photo back.
But what if it makes your spouse or your partner feel insecure or feel some type of way because they
He
can't,
ain't-
I
they
think
already
that's the
done
part that matter.
stole you from that person? And I'm like, if y'all not kicking it like that, or you telling him or her that it was a bad relationship. So if the relationship was that bad, now that's the difference. The relationship was that bad. Why you want to keep his picture?
You
Or
don't
her
even pay
picture?
that no attention. I'm telling you, I can't. I just have to go through my phone all the time just to try to find a picture. Now you think I'm finna try to go down there and try to find a picture of a man? No, I'm not finna do that. And I'm not trying to go up there and trying to delete every one of them in there if he in there.
But why he know they in there? That goes back
Right.
to going
That's
in the
exactly how you know what picture I got in my phone.
Right. How you know
If
they
you
in
if you tell me a picture of somebody in my phone, okay, we got a problem now. Because you ain't got no business knowing what is in my phone. So no, you ain't got no business. But that's what people's doing. Did you know that it's a Ice-T and his wife, they only got one phone?
No, I couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. No, that's just
They only got one phone and she controls it.
you know Ice-T got a phone on the road.
I'm telling you what.
You know they can believe that lie.
But you know this YouTube, I told you.
She better look in his glove compartment, look in his
But
inside pocket.
But you know, I
in
told
his,
you
his
got to be
ankle sock.
careful what YouTube tell you because it might not be true.
I know that's a lie.
But they said they only got one phone.
Yeah, one phone that she know about.
And she carries it for the business and for personal.
That's one she know about. Cause there's no way you see him wearing them hats.
You
He ain't wearing them for no reason.
You out. He say he may have contacts in his phone that she ain't got. They all in one phone. There it is.
and then they, you know, he's 21. They've been together 24 years, and he's 21 years older than her.
Yeah.
But if you look at him, don't tell no better.
She probably looked at younger then. I ain't talking about nobody's wife or anything.
So that brought me to a question that I just asked at the conference Saturday. How long do you think that a person could go with? How long you think a person could go without physical intimacy?
In a life or in a relationship or just? I mean, because if you ain't got nobody, you got to do it. You ain't got no choice.
You ain't got to do it if you ain't got nobody. You can find somebody. There's somebody for everybody and for every situation.
I mean, you don't just want anybody.
But if you ain't got nobody, you got to settle for anybody.
You got to find some roses and all that other kind of things.
You got to do what you got to do.
Like that, you can find somebody. I just told you there's a homeless man out there calling my name.
Oh Lord!
How bad you need it? It's somebody for everybody.
But that was asked
some people that that say they've been without it for years. I don't know. I gotta wait and see if I can get there.
I think it also depends on your situation, what your journey. If you have any personal goals in which you're like, you know what, I feel this has consumed me for too long or consumed too much of my life. I need to steer away from this so I can focus on that. I think it depends on that individual. So, especially if you're married.
Oh wow!
If you're married, I think the situation is what pretty much dictates that.
How long you can go? Let us know, our listening ears, how long you think a person can go without intimacy, in or without a relationship. It doesn't matter.
And that's the bigger question. I think it depends on the way you phrase it, because intimacy is not necessarily sex. So how long can you go without intimacy? I could say 0 days.
You need to touch.
Not even touch. I need to have some type of intimacy, whether that's you calling to say, hey, how you doing? I know today is such and such a birthday and you've been thinking about them. That's a form of intimacy to me. Now, if we're talking about sex, that's a difference. Now, intimacy, I need to have some type of intimacy with the person whom I'm with every single day. And it changed the way it looked. It could be just a phone call. It could be a hug. It could be physically touched. It could be something, but I have to have some type of intimacy every day.
What you say, Wanda?
I get it when I get it. Because sometimes I don't feel like it. But intimacy is very important.
So that's what I say.
Intimacy.
What you consider to be intimacy. Because intimacy is just sitting on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
That's intimacy.
I'm just looking at y'all because I'm saying, into my house is just me.
You get intimate.
I ain't got nobody to get intimate with.
But it depends on what
but I'm saying it goes to one of those things, what you said, it depends. Because with me, the mind is powerful.
Yes, it is.
It's powerful. I'm actually intimacy, and I don't even think I want to be around nobody and calling me every day. That's why I know some stuff I wouldn't respect it. That's why I probably ain't got it. He said you will attract what you respect. And I think a lot of me is not respecting it. I would love a man that was on the road.
For real.
Yeah.
A lot of marriages last real good like that when the man
Yeah.
is gone, but a lot of them don't because some female or men get lonely and in need of companionship and they find it other places.
But that mind, I mean, when it says the mind is a terrible thing to waste, I believe the mind can control a lot of stuff. A lot. Now, if somebody laying next to you, I think that would warrant
Make up some
something.
things,
Yeah, that'll uh make you feel some type of way. But now if you go into bed and you're trying to go to sleep because you're trying to get up and go to a job or something like that, it's not a whole lot of time and room, especially if you got so much to do. You writing, you're trying to figure this out, you're trying to get this.
See, and that's why I say, are we talking about
It's
intimacy
that
or
physical.
sex?
She said without physical intimacy.
Okay,
Physical,
intimacy. Okay.
yeah. That
Because you can
depends
lay
on the
next to
person.
somebody and get the same fulfillment without doing anything, just being intimate with somebody. You said yourself, I only talk to somebody every day. So those days in which he do call you, because you exile the rest of the world, when he do call you, that's a form of intimacy because you saved that space for him.
I know one a couple of people at the conference was saying that there are so many different ways of
Mhm.
intimacy.
It is
And that's why I think the person specified
physical.
physical.
Well, how long can you go
Oh
without
no, I
physical,
can't go
Miss
long.
what?
Miss V?
No,
Oh,
I can't go. I can't go. We just talking about now. Like I said, it's different form, but we just gonna narrow it down to that. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
When you go to
No.
narrow stuff down.
Yeah, I can't go long at all. I'll be in that short line of a couple of days. I'll be in that line. I can't go long.
Miss
No,
V, if you're single, how long can you go?
I'm telling you, you can go years. And when I say years,
And that's
years.
why you say the mind is it
It's
plays
strong,
tricks on you.
yeah.
The mind, and and after a while, it's like that's not even a part of your thought process. Now, just because, let me get this straight, because I know y'all will be looking at me crazy. Just because I ain't got a bike, I still know how to ride it.
See, but that goes all the way back to
Still in your mind.
there we go.
No, I'm saying it's the mind is there, but it does not. It's the
Affect you.
yeah. I
Like
mean,
it used to.
there's
Did it
nothing.
used to
It's nothing that awaken it up. I mean, you now,
Some are waking it
but
up.
I don't know
I
you.
think the expectation aspect of it is what put the emphasis on it. Because if you are single, you have a different expectation around it. I want to find the right person. I want to do this. I want that. Versus if you're with somebody, there's a certain expectation coming along with it.
Like it should happen.
It should happen. And it should happen often.
Often.
Extremely frequently.
Yes, I agree.
Very, very often.
Okay.
But if you're single, you got a little more wiggle room.
Yeah, because when you're single, I mean, what you gonna do? You definitely ain't gonna just get anything. You worthy too much of that.
Yeah.
And just say it just sit on the shelf, and you ain't got nothing to brush the dust off.
Okay.
If your date take you out for a dinner,
No feather squabble.
he take you out for a dinner, and he tell you that he only got money to pay for your food. What would you tell him?
He don't got money to pay for his food?
No, he just only got money to pay for yours.
Well, I believe he fasted. He shouldn't have took me out. You ain't gonna take me to no restaurant and sit me down and say I can only pay for myself because you set your own self up. You should say I don't have any money right now. But if you only got enough to pay for me, you can get some of the water. You can get some of my juice. But hey, you should have bought me out.
Eat some of the bread.
But we missing the bigger picture.
What's that?
He said, I only have enough for you to eat.
And I appreciate
that. So
that.
he's willing to sacrifice eating so you can.
And I appreciate that. But don't bring me a place where or either
you know
tell
what?
me
Me and Wanda rarely ever agree.
So you agree with that too?
Oh, I definitely agree. Why you take me if you know you can
here's
eat?
a person that said you always look for signs of a man that's this, a man that's that.
I
This man
appreciate
said,
that.
I can only pay for you and I'm willing to only pay for you. And I just sit across from you and have a conversation.
That is so sweet. And I'm gonna eat.
And he's telling you to.
And I appreciate that.
For you.
But when I was talking to the young lady, like little child, she's 28, and she said, "No, I'll just tell him that I'll pay for mine." I'm
I ain't
like,
telling them nothing.
I was kind of shocked that she said that.
Or what if she said, well, if you only got enough for you to feed me here, how about let's go somewhere where the food is cheap and we can split it and both eat?
No, that shows me you're not intelligent enough to make the prop.
Yeah,
now I ain't gonna say he
to take
coming
somebody
to somewhere that's
feed her.
expensive.
You ain't
Restaurant.
intelligent enough to make a proper decision.
Right.
And then you're not honest. And then you're not honest before we get there. Tell me before we get there so I can prepare myself and say and give you opportunities. Babe, we can go to this restaurant, but I only got enough for you. Then I can decide if I want to pay for me at that moment. Don't take me there, have me sitting there getting ready to order, and you got enough money. And you said you was taking me on a date.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yep.
I agree with it. You don't take me if you can't afford it. Mm-mm. And then you better pick your restaurants because some of them is pretty expensive. So don't take me if you plan.
But take me on a walk.
Take it.
Y'all so
I mean,
he take you on a walk, then it'll be he did to me.
No.
Ready to wrap it up.
Okay. You know what? I'm so glad you guys came hang out with us. There's so much that we can talk about because I'm with my favorite people, and it's always so much more to say, right? And so Mark, we can't wait for you to come back with your friend zones. Come on back and see us sometime.
I'm bring Brittany back.
We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We so appreciate you guys. Next time, come on in the room and talk to us. We love y'all.